He goes by T-REV, so we'll call him that as well. And he joins us now.
People get killed for other stupid choices. Standing up for the families that took a loss. This something that we find important. Rap game strong, chest up. Little homie, keep your head up. You can be whatever you want. Get rid of the fake and it will lead up. All my life I strive for greatness. I manifested my time with patience. People try to copy us, but respect is earned. It's not an obligation. I love the fam and they love me back, and that's why I always have the backs. I give a voice to those people who were never given a chance for them slimy cats. When you come here, you ain't a number to me. I really take time to read what I see. Don't forget to lock your doors, cause there's danger all up in these streets. Y'all really put life into the air that I breathe. I really am thankful for all of my peeps.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. Can you hear me? Let me make sure I'm good with my audio. All right, audio is good. We are in. I wanted to cover a little something different this morning. I wanted to dive into what is going on in the Tupac case. So I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but there was an arrest in the Tupac case not too long ago, and a lot of stuff is now taking place. So I want to actually dive into it. Let me see if I can pull this up. Okay, I pull that right there. Doozy, what's going on? Welcome, Cindy. Cindy's in the building. We got Doozy, Cindy, Leeser. Tammy says there is 13 on here, and it's Friday the 13th. Yes, it is Friday the 13th. Happy Friday to everybody out there. Shout out to all y'all tuning in. What's good? Make sure you hit the like button as you're coming in. Let's check it out. Let's dive straight in. There's something I want to peep out because I'm curious if they're gonna arrest Puff Daddy after this. Are they gonna get P. Diddy, Sean Combs? Allegedly, is he involved? Was he involved in the murders of Tupac? Now, I do know this for a fact. I watched Gene Deal, when he came out and talked about everything. That he dropped a bunch of jewels on the whole entire story. Like Stormy says, yes, something different than Idaho. Happy Friday the 13th. Yes, something different than Idaho for sure, right? We'll still be covering Idaho, though. Don't get it twisted. Definitely something different. I've been peeping into this one. They should. I think so. Good morning. What is true? But good morning to everybody. As you're coming in, again, I want to check out what's going on and what happened. Now, there's a bunch of stuff floating around, and we're gonna dive into that right now.
Metro Police.
I want to see this part first.
Hey, Metro Police, come over here, all right? Thanks, buddy. Come on over here. Appreciate your cooperation, okay?
Come on over here, buddy.
I'll stand right here in front of the car. Yep, Yep, we're going to put it down. I know, hang on. Put that down for a second, all right? You got nothing on you, right? Hooks.
I mean, are you guys not blown away to the fact that it's been almost 25 years and nobody was arrested in the murders of Biggie or Tupac? Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate the support to the channel as always. Lollipop.
You have anything on you, sir?
What is true?
Okay, yeah, we'll get you a drink. Hang on, all right? Just want to make sure you got no weapons on you or anything, okay?
Yeah, crazy as fuck. What's going on, Mama Callie?
Thank you.
At work?
Put your palms together like you're clapping. I just want to make sure these cuffs can be all right on you.
Hold on, let's add this at the bottom. You said honestly was thinking it would never happen. Yeah, I didn't think it would ever happen either. They said, Tupac went off to this island. That was the whole conspiracy theory, right? Like there's conspiracy theorists out there right now that are arguing about Tupac being alive and this all being a hoax. I mean, you got people being arrested now. Shit's crazy. Good morning, Midwest. So was he arrested in September or just September? I want to say it was September.
Do you have anything on you, sir?
I want to say it was the end of September.
Phone and water. Perfect. We're gonna put you in the car.
It was actually when Danilo Cavalcante case was going on, because I remember Jennifer Coffindorfer posting about it actually.
I need to drink some water, man. I'm thirsty.
You just going for a walk or what?
Yeah.
Okay. You do like a morning walk every
Yep,
day?
September 29th.
Okay.
Thank you, Leisure. Been an awesome Been an awesome 10 months with the Rev Game fam. Love you all. Thank you. Love you back for the support. Thank you so much. See, the thing is, though, is Gene Dill, security guard for Diddy. I don't know if you guys ever heard of any of his stories.
No.
Yeah, as soon as we get you in the car,
We'll get you in, yeah, one foot in the car, all right? I appreciate it, sir. All right, let's walk over here, sir. Okay? Don't worry, your water's gonna come.
Yep, 29th.
You double walking all that?
Yep. Okay. Everything's good.
What's going on, Donna? Diddy is shady as fuck.
Yeah, I got something. Yep. Hold on.
Yep.
We got to put some leg shackles on you. It's just part of our policy.
Are you wearing double pants, sir? You wearing double pants or these are boxers? All right, I'm gonna pull these all the way up.
I'm gonna toss you down real quick, man.
Diddy is shady as fuck, in my opinion.
Cool. All right, sir. Go and have a seat right in.
Excuse me. This video is of Keffe D being arrested. So this was the day that he was arrested. It was on September 29th. Now we were in the middle of a little Cavalcante. I just remember seeing posts about it and watching certain things after my lives. Now, again, they're just releasing Keffe D being arrested. I wanted to check this part out, but the major part that we're gonna check out is not only that, we're gonna check out Gene Dill and Greg Kading, and you're gonna figure.
Here?
Let's see.
I'm gonna help you out.
I don't think there's really anything in here to see on this arrest video. This is what we really want to hear right here.
To do with the deal he made with Kading,
Wow.
the deal he made with the U.S. attorney had nothing to do with what Las Vegas was going to do.
I believe Keffe D will finally tell on Diddy. A lot of people are sick of Diddy's ish. Now, if you think about this, like all the different interviews that he was doing talking about Diddy and people getting cars and all different types of stuff, but he was never really taken care of.
I know some of y'all remember that.
What's going on, Jamie?
Some of
Welcome.
you may don't. Now, me thinking that the proper agreement and the U.S. attorney may save him, when I got into what the proper agreement is all about, it don't save you at all.
Regina, thank you.
The U.S. attorney in the background between you and your lawyer, they let you know if you get in any problem or any kind of situation, they'll try to help you get a lenient sentence, or they'll try to put in a good word for you. But we're not putting that on paper. So now, Keffe D, based on what this detective said, they gave him enough information in 2018.
That's crazy.
To start gathering information for the next 5 years to lead to Keffe D's arrest. Let me tell y'all, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Okay, so this dude right here, some of you may not know this, but I know this because I've been watching Gene Dill since he stepped out and spoke. Now, he's seen a lot of shit back then. What's going on, Keister? Says, rumor has it they are trying to get homie to turn on Diddy. They did that link to seal the next indictment.
Oh, my God.
Bing, bang.
Oh, this is,
that's a bunch of bullshit.
To honestly, when it comes down to everything and you really think about this, it really does show how much money, money and money ganging. Like back in the day, they weren't really, I mean, people did snitch, right? Like I feel like there's more people that snitch today, right? But I'm talking about street code stuff. I'm talking about street principles. These people, I don't know. For this to be able to go by for 24, almost 25 years and nobody be arrested, there's some people that know about this crime. I mean, finally, you see Keffe D is being arrested. He said I think it was on Vlad or one of the interviews, he said specifically that he handed the gun to him, to Orlando Anderson, I believe. Wild shit.
When they first,
yeah, absolutely. Before I hit play again, yeah, I do. I absolutely, allegedly, 100% think that Sean Combs is behind this. 100%. Matter of fact, I want to know. Let's see. Do you think that Tupac or that Diddy? Tupac, yes. Nope. Let's see. I want to see what you guys think. All right, there we go. Started a little poll.
heard Keefe D say,
morning. What's up, Katie Bug?
I was in the car. Somebody gave me a gun. Supposed to have been zipped. I tried to pass the gun with Dre, but he didn't take it.
Mm-hmm.
And Orlando did the shooting. When Keefe D first did that and said that, if Las Vegas wanted to lock his ass.
All right, Tammy, that this is Gene Deal. Gene Deal is Puff Daddy's old security guard.
That was enough evidence. He put himself at the scene and he told the story.
Now, Gene Deal, who was part of Puff's security detail in the 90s, opened up about the night Biggie was killed in an interview with The Art of Dialogue and expressed his frustration at how the events leading to his death are portrayed in movies and documents. But yeah, he was around during that time. He was part of Puffy's security detail back in the 90s. So you have this guy that's here that's heard things. And he speaks about the things that he's heard, and that's why he made a YouTube channel and kept pushing and kept, you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy has been pushing for years. Like, he didn't just pop up out of nowhere. He didn't pop up when Keffe D was arrested. He's been out here for years trying to get justice for, Biggie and Tupac, to be honest with you. So it's very interesting. Like, this guy really has stood against Puffy. Speed it up a little bit.
He put himself at the scene and he told the story.
There we go. I'll turn the speed up a little bit.
Soon as that hit the papers, soon as that hit the news, Las Vegas had enough to get on top of his.
Thank you, Jamie.
Now, let me bring y'all up to speed. You understand? Let me bring y'all up to speed. Do you remember when I told y'all that Diddy made a lot of people mad and upset?
Mm-hmm. I remember you saying that in an interview.
And he may be losing some of his power. He definitely lost it in the marketing. Antoine Hinton, this is the wrong time to be a new member, but I appreciate it because I owe you a member song, brother. Anyway,
hello, T-REV again. What's going on, miss?
These people are working behind the scenes because they know
it's crazy.
Keffe D had said that Diddy had some kind of involvement in a murder for hire scheme, allegedly. He made statements alluding to the fact that Diddy owe him something from the protection he gave us while we was running back and forth to Cali.
Mm-hmm.
These people that's in the multi-million-dollar lawsuit that he has against them has marketing people, has publicists They have people that will work behind the scene to make anybody that's suing them
Diddy the
look
Dodger.
bad.
I think money covered.
Y'all,
Yeah, I did. I think money covered Diddy enough. And over time, those that would have possibly broken and talked gave up, thinking what it would have. Yeah, no doubt. Ain't no doubt.
notice.
You said I always had
All
thought.
this shit start coming out. All this AI shit start coming out about Diddy. All these people messing with him.
Good morning.
I was doing it way before that, so I don't count. Me don't count. All these people messing with him and doing that came after.
What's going on, Katie?
He said those people at the liquor place, Deleon or something like that, was racist, and he put in a lawsuit against them. I'll
tell you, there's people that are talking about that right now. Unpopular opinion, but I'm not sure. So sure of Tupac's, if Tupac's really dead. A lot of people say that still.
Y'all to think.
Wow.
They gotta dirty him up. The motherfucker already dirty, but they gotta dirty him up. So, what better at this time to do than to put pressure and have people put pressure on the Las Vegas Police Department? Because you got to realize Tupac is in the Hard Rock Hall of Fame, which is
supposed
the Hard Rock Cafe. They give big.
I got another good one for
you. What is it? Inaugural.
You said, Tammy says, I believe it's jealousy. Stormy says, you too, Gene. Thank you. I love that. Can come years later. There's always hope. Yeah, there's no statute of limitations in murder. There's no statute of limitations in murder. It's crazy. This is the bodyguard that pulled. Yeah, yep. Absolutely, it is. Gene Dill. He has a YouTube channel. I've been following him ever since he came out and said anything. So,
abductees out there in Vegas.
On, Laura. That's why I'm covering it this morning. I've been into this.
They people put pressure on the Vegas Police Department, because you know the Vegas Police Department, they got a $500 million budget.
What's going on, Delana?
So now they get people to work behind the doors to put pressure because they know, or they figure, or they assume that Keffe D may have more to tell about Diddy than he told the first time. He may have more to tell than he did the first time.
My man,
now
he went silent for a minute. I was like, hold on.
Check this out. You gotta wonder, why did Keffe D go live in Vegas? Why did Keffe D speak on a murder? Because any jailhouse lawyer, any dude that want to play lawyer, any lawyer and his lawyers that he paid a lot of money for,
I'll speed him up.
No,
he talks
that murder has no statute of limitation. Murder has no statute of limitation at all. You ain't got to be the sharpest knife in the drawer to know I'm not going to live somewhere. I'm not going to speak on nothing that these people can bring me in at any given time. You put that nigga brain in a bird, it'll fly backwards at this time. And that's what it is. So now, y'all wondering.
He gives the details. That's why I fuck with Gene.
Does Diddy have anything to worry about?
That's what Diddy makes you wonder. Daniel Johnson says a lot of people have died that have close connected ties with Diddy. Makes you wonder. It does make you wonder. I've had debate. I can't tell you how many times I've had debates with friends just sitting in a room talking about the deaths of Tupac and Biggie, like flat out arguments.
Keffe D was given a proper agreement.
There we go.
Which is queen for a day. If you got anything to tell us and we ask you about this, we're going to speak on it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Man, come on. Yo, France, we're not doing this today, bro. I'm doing the show.
Probably said France, we ain't doing
and
this
had
today.
he told them anything to implicate Diddy in anything, they want to know.
Diddy has lots to worry about.
They heard Diddy say.
I mean, you got to think this shit's dangerous. 24 years, nobody. Okay, so look at all the people that are dead. You have one remaining, that's Keefe D, that would be in the vehicle. Everybody else who was in that vehicle, dead. And allegedly they got their case from all of his online interviews, including from Vlad TV all the way across YouTube. So everything that got him indicted in the case, I'm pretty sure is from YouTube.
I put $1 million on your head.
Oh, hold on.
They heard me say it. They heard me say. Diddy say. Diddy say.
We got to play that back. Hold up 1 second.
They heard Diddy say. I put $1 million on your head.
Did you see that?
They heard me say it. They heard me say. He said in 96, 97. He said in 96, I don't give a fucking Pac gotta die. I don't give a fucking Big gotta die.
You hear that?
Suge Knight can go to jail.
Now this is coming from P. Diddy. This is Gene Deal, his old security guard. Again, if you don't know who Gene Deal is, this guy that's speaking isn't just a dude that just got on and hit go live. This dude was actually around Biggie, right? Gene Deal, who was part of Puff's security detail in the 90s, opened up about the night Biggie was killed in an interview. Now, this dude knows a lot of information.
I'm tired of living my life like this. They heard all that shit. That shit is recorded. That shit is on YouTube, Bluetooth.
He said Bluetooth.
And everything else. So my whole thing about it is this.
You're welcome.
They
Lord.
already know all this shit. What else can Keffe D tell him or change his story? If he does that. If he does that, that means maybe he lose the deal with Kading them. I don't know how that shit is written up over there. Because you know how them niggas out there in LA do it. They as crooked as they come. The cops, the commissioners, all that shit. The councilmen, the Congress, all that. But
Yo, and why did Keefe D make videos and say specific things like this? You know, he said he sent a message out to Puffy, and it specifically goes, I saved your life after Tupac died. You owe me. Now, that's pretty strange coming from somebody who is now arrested for the murder of Tupac. Again, he was on YouTube. He went on a channel called The Art of Dialogue, and he specifically sent a message to Puffy. I saved your life after Tupac died. You owe me. So, like, there's something going on here. There's a bigger picture, and I think it might explode over the months. What's going on, Just Joe? Welcome. Sadie Cat says, good morning, T-REV. We all want justice for Tupac. going on 25 years. Whose birthday is it? Happy Friday. Happy birthday. Bam Bam says, what's up, T? I'm glad you're in this topic. RIP Tupac. Yeah, Tupac, I'm very close with it. As an artist, I was influenced by Tupac. I mean, come on. I went through my mom's CDs and took out All Eyes on Me and would play it all day. Literally. I actually, you know what's crazy? I remember when Tupac died. I remember when Biggie died. And I was young.
California later. holding that information back on Big's death.
There's also Alejo Pedo just saying Usher, Justin B, and others, says Donna. Whoop.
So now,
you know us up. We're going to be covering tons of different topics. We're not just going to stay on one. We're going to cover. I'm going to start covering a lot of different things. We're not focused on. It's not about the viewers, right? It's about putting out the information or looking at the information together and hang. Like, I don't care about numbers. We can go to Idaho 4 any day. We can go to any other thing and talk about it any other day. I want to start covering different topics, as I'm going to be putting out docuseries on stories. I think I might have to add the Tupac docuseries to, from me at least. I know there's tons of them out there, but that's what I'm doing. I'm creating docuseries. That's what I plan on having on this channel. So when you see videos uploaded as content on my channel, I don't plan on just sitting there dropping videos where I'm sitting there talking about the topics of these different crimes, which I will do, but I look forward to dropping docuseries back to back, which I've been working on behind the scenes very heavily. I've been working on docuseries, busting my fingers, and I'm not even joking. Like, I'm talking fingers hurting over here, sitting in here for hours, 12, 13, 14 hours working on a docuseries to put out for you guys. I can't wait to share the work that I've done, and not only done, but enjoyed doing.
Puff has already spoke to the lawyers and had his lawyers speak to friends and people.
Coming.
When you got a lot of money and you big like that, don't think they have not already been in touch, and he's been in touch with somebody who's in touch with somebody that touches somebody that know what somebody's supposed to know. That's when you got big dollars and people got friends behind the scene.
He ain't lying either.
And they already let him know if he has something to worry about. Niggas in the city of Miami in some kind of golf course caught, telling the police to suck him off. You think he worried?
Hell no, he ain't worried.
Now, Keffe D. Y'all got to understand this. The legal and the lawyers will tell you, you can indict a ham sandwich.
You can indict a ham sandwich.
Anybody in the legal field know what I'm talking about out there?
Researching.
You can get a ham sandwich indicted.
What about the gun? Are you talking about Katie? Are you referring to when Keefe said he had passed the gun up to? Which gun? What are you talking about?
Because the prosecutor is the one who takes the case to the grand jury. And that person don't have no dog in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to repeat. She's in law school. She said, pretty gangster. Yes, you can. I'm not going against what I'm saying, y'all. I just want to post this because I'm not making this shit up. You can have, in the legal field, they said you can indict a ham sandwich.
Yes, they do. We've heard that before. We heard that before. We actually heard that saying over here. I have.
So now,
I've heard it plenty of times.
They knew all this information about Keefe D. Soon as he made the statement, they found out who was in the car, whatever like that. I don't know if from Greg Kading. I don't know if it was from the surveillance shit. I don't know where they first found out about it. But when he found out, he made that statement, he said that, and Dre was alive, Orlando was alive.
Let's take all right. So what I want to do is take a quick, let's dive over here real fast, because this is what you guys need to hear.
Supposed to go to Keefe D and the Southside guys.
Saying yes or no, but if he would have gave them the money, it'd have been
a payment went, from Puffy's camp, and it was supposed to go to Keefe D and the Southside guys.
Saying yes or no,
very low.
But if he would have gave them the money,
which grand jury?
It'd have been a murder for hire, and Puffy would be locked up.
That's the information an officer has from a trustworthy source that a crime had occurred. So someone told them that there was going to be some sort of material evidence in this house.
Recently, Las Vegas police carried out an unexpected search of a residence in connection with a 1996 drive-by incident involving rapper and actor Tupac Shakur. The house is reportedly linked to an individual who has long been under investigators' scrutiny and whose nephew had previously emerged as a suspect.
Now, this is I just literally found this. I was doing some research on the right side of my screen while we were watching with Gene Dill, which I'll go back to that. I see something circulating out there that says Diddy is finished as shocking proof links him to Tupac's passing. So, I mean, let's see if that happens in this video. Let's
shortly after the rapper's tragic demise. However, specific details regarding the operation and whether an arrest is imminent in the decades-old case have not been disclosed. This development has sparked renewed interest in the investigation after almost 30 years. Predictably, some individuals allegedly connected to Tupac's end are now in a state of anxiety, with one notable figure being the founder of Bad Boy Records, Sean Puffy Combs, also known as Diddy. So what's the tea behind all this? Let's find out in today's video. But of course, before I spill anything, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this. Now, let's dive in.
Meanwhile, we're also getting
more.
more.
Make sure you check out this channel. It's Binge Central.
Details on the Tupac Shakur murder investigation. ABC News is learning more about the target of this week's police search and what they took from his home.
And arrest in the case. And police say this new
Binge
search
Central,
now,
that's what that is.
just the last 24 hours in Vegas, is part of an investigation even all these years later into his death.
Recent searches of the property have connected it to the wife of Dwayne Keefe, Keffe D, Davis, a self-described gangster and the uncle of Orlando Anderson, a known rival of Tupac Shakur, who authorities have long suspected in the rapper's demise. Anderson denied involvement in Shakur's assassination and later passed away in an unrelated gang shooting. Over the years, various theories have consistently suggested that Diddy may have hired a hitman to target the Dear Mama hitmaker. A search warrant executed by detectives resulted in the collection of numerous items, including computers, a cellular telephone, documentary documents, a Vibe magazine featuring Shakur, .40 caliber bullets, photographs, and a copy of Davis's 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend. During the search, officers detained two individuals outside the property, situated in a suburban small Henderson neighborhood about 20 miles southeast of the Las Vegas Strip. As of now, it remains unclear if the evidence collected will directly link Diddy to Tupac's demise, but the record executive is reportedly facing significant trouble due to these developments catching him off guard.
Responding officer on the night Tupac Shakur was shot here in Las Vegas is weighing in on the renewed homicide investigation.
The recent search has injected new life into the long unsolved assassination of Shakur, a case steeped in conspiracy theories. Despite decades passing without any arrests, public interest in the matter has remained steadfast. Shakur's tragic demise occurred while his fourth solo album, All Eyes on Me, continued its chart-topping success, selling around 5 million copies. As a six-time Grammy nominee, the iconic rapper holds a prominent place as one of the most influential.
You hear that? Like remember fighting during the Idaho 4 case? I mean, obviously the case is still going on, but fighting over theories, that's just that's how many people are literally watching all of these cases. So many people that are just fighting back and forth. What I've seen on Facebook and Reddit, here on YouTube, even in the comments, shit, people arguing over all eyes on T. All eyes on T. Dear Mama, T-REV, my first fist fight was in '95. Someone called Biggie a fat fuck, and I cracked her right in the jaw.
Oh my God!
Bing bang.
You hit him with the bing bong. What's going on, Big Dirty? What up, Trevor Rev Gang? Happy Friday. Let's get this weekend started. Right? Yep. Chilling, man. We're checking out this Tupac case. Again, there's been arrest in the murder of Tupac. Keffe D, who's been all over the internet. But let's check again. We're watching this video. This video says Diddy is finished. There's shocking proof links him to Tupac's passing. Let's see.
influential and versatile figures in hip-hop history. On the fateful night of September 7, 1996, Shakur was riding in a black BMW driven by Death Row Records founder Marion Suge Knight as part of a convoy of approximately 10 cars. While waiting at a red light near the Las Vegas Strip, a white Cadillac pulled up beside them and shots erupted. Shakur suffered multiple wounds and succumbed to his injuries a few days later. The shooting occurred shortly after a casino brawl involving Anderson, the late rapper, and their associates. Despite numerous witnesses, the investigation soon stalled due to their refusal to cooperate with the Las Vegas police.
Puffy allegedly gave the money,
I heard,
to Zip.
Throughout the years, persistent rumors circulated, suggesting that Diddy may have influenced the police and witnesses through financial means. However, in 2018, there was a significant breakthrough when Keefe, after a cancer diagnosis, broke his silence and admitted to being in the front seat of the Cadillac, signaling a potential shift in the case. During an interview for a BET show, Keffe D made startling revelations, implicating his nephew, Orlando Anderson, in the shooting of Tupac Shakur. Keefe stated that Anderson was one of the two individuals in the backseat of the car during the incident. When he disclosed that the shots came from the back of the vehicle, he refrained from revealing the identity of the actual shooter, citing his adherence to the code of the streets. In his memoir, the former gang leader disclosed that he had shared what he knew nearly a decade earlier in confidential meetings with federal and local authorities. These meetings revolved around the investigation into the possibility that Shakur's murder was linked to the March 1997 drive-by shooting of his rap rival, the notorious Big, a close associate of Diddy. Keffe D revealed in his book that law enforcement offered him a deal, protection from criminal charges related to running a criminal enterprise, and several alleged eliminations, in exchange for cooperation in uncovering the truth behind the Tupac and Biggie situations. The authorities reportedly assured him that they would drop the indictment and halt the grand jury proceedings if he assisted them. At the time of their demise, both Tupac and...
He said, I've said for years that I stood at the spot Tupac was shot. I was at the MGM in 97. I was shocked to learn that is not where he was shot, says Ray. Wow, you actually been there?
Biggie were embroiled in the infamous East Coast-West Coast rivalry, which dominated the hip-hop scene in the mid-1990s.
Yeah, I think
the feud intensified after Tupac suffered serious...
Lauren says, did Poochie really kill Biggie? I think Diddy had something to do with Tupac. Yeah, I think Diddy had something to do with Tupac. Now, for Biggie, that's a whole different... Oh, my God, that's a whole different... Woo! Who killed Biggie? Now, if you go look at Gene Deal's, like what he says about that night, it's just, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Serious injuries in another shooting during a robbery at a Midtown Manhattan hotel lobby.
This is the biggest development in the Tupac murder case since this all happened, since the murder happened. They never served a search warrant and, showed up at someone's house with the SWAT team.
The hitmaker made bold accusations, openly pointing fingers at Big and Diddy, claiming that they had prior knowledge of the shooting, a claim both vehemently denied. This revelation created a deep divide within the hip-hop community and among fans. In his writing, Keefe described how he decided to cooperate and answer the authorities' questions regarding the events leading up to Tupac's shooting. He admitted that he did so because they promised he would not face prosecution, even though he initially doubted the validity of the deal. Surprisingly, they kept their word, and the indictment was dropped, effectively ending the entire case without anyone being arrested. It remains uncertain if Keefe was residing in the home recently searched by Las...
You guys are coming in. Make sure you hit that like button. As you always know, we're hanging out. It's a smaller crowd today. I like the smaller crowds. We get that. I can vibe. I can see the comments. They're not shifting too fast. Let's see.
Las Vegas police, or if he was present during the search. However, Las Vegas court records indicate an active arrest warrant has been out for him since July 2022, resulting from his failure to appear in court on a drug charge. In connection to the case, some may recall Greg Kading, the LAPD detective who uncovered and revealed new information linking Diddy to the deaths of both Tupac and Biggie. It seems pertinent to refresh our memory on this matter. Diddy's troubles began when Biggie's case was reopened in 2006 due to a lawsuit filed by his mother, Valletta Wallace, against the LAPD. The lawsuit sought an estimated $500 million based on the popular conspiracy theory that the police had covered up her son's demise. This development led to the case being handed to LAPD detective Greg Kading, who ended up uncovering more than he had expected. During his 3-year investigation into Biggie's death, Kading found new information that linked the deaths of both hip-hop's most influential rappers. Detective Kading's final verdict implicated Puff Daddy in allegedly ordering $1 million hit on Tupac and Suge Knight during their rap beef with Biggie. Kading believed Diddy had...
Kading, hold up one second. Witness getting picked off one by one. Look who's still in the game and alive. Where's Jay-Z? Goes deep and long. Yeah, it definitely does.
Connections to LA gangs and hired Keefe for the job. The shooting, carried out by Keefe's nephew, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, resulted in Tupac's death and Suge Knight's injury. Interestingly, Baby Lane had a confrontation with Tupac at a Las Vegas casino just hours before the fatal shooting. Keffe D claimed that Biggie's then-wife, Faith Evans, knew about Diddy's alleged plot to assassinate Tupac after the West Coast rapper's demise. Kading disagreed, stating that Biggie had no involvement in the assassination despite their well-known rap feud. Kading believed the New York-based rapper was unaware of Diddy's alleged plans to harm Tupac and Suge Knight. Following the tragic assassination of Tupac, Death Row Records head Suge Knight allegedly sought retaliation by hiring a Bloods gang member to murder Biggie. The hitman carried out the act, shooting and ending Biggie's life while he was on his way home from a party hosted by Vibe magazine. Notably, the documentary also suggests that Knight knew Tupac's shooter and had attended the same school as the alleged hired hitman Keefe.
Oh, Ray says he was shot in 96. I was there in that spot in 97. I was confused that they didn't know who the shooter was. Cameras everywhere. They said in 1996 that Tupac was shot at the MGM. This drive-by info knew.
Over the years, many fans and celebrities have consistently linked Diddy to Tupac's untimely demise. The situation surrounding these events remains a subject of ongoing intrigue and controversy. In 2018, a potential beef between rapper Eminem and Diddy almost emerged when Eminem made an allegation suggesting that Diddy was responsible for Tupac's demise. During an ongoing feud between Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly, the hip-hop titan released a diss track targeting.
And he said on that diss, what did he say at the end of that? He said, something about the day that Machine Gun Kelly puts out a hit is the day that Diddy admits he put the hit out that got Pac killed. I still remember that. He said something like that. That's the way that he said it in the track too. And if you go and listen to it, I know most of you probably heard Kill Shot, but he specifically did say that. Eminem did say that to Diddy. He said, "I'm just kidding. You know I love you."
Kelly. However, in the same track called Kill Shot, Eminem seemingly hinted that Diddy ordered the hit that resulted in Tupac's death back in 1996. Eminem's lyrics on the track include the lines, "But Kells, the day you put out a hit, the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out that got Tupac killed." While later in the track, Eminem concedes that he's just playing with his words. The initial accusation still elicited an immediate reaction from a portion of fans. Some individuals on the internet called for Diddy's indictment based on the controversial lyrics. It's important to note that Eminem's lyrics were part of the ongoing rap feud between him and Machine Gun Kelly and were not necessarily based on factual evidence. The incident, however, reflects the enduring impact.
I don't even think it was really between, or I don't think Biggie was involved. I absolutely don't think Biggie was involved. I think it was all behind the scenes. You had Suge Knight going at Diddy going at Suge Knight. Yeah, it was a war.
Of the speculation and conspiracy theories surrounding Tupac's tragic demise, which will continue to captivate the public's attention even years after the events took place.
Boom.
That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did,
some wild shit. Again, Gene here. Gene don't play. Gene knows his shit.
Was Orlando alive when he said that?
Now, after watching that specific video that we just watched, does that to you link Diddy to the murder of Tupac?
And the Antonio Brown guy was alive? When he first made that statement, I'm not sure. either two of those guys are alive and Orlando was dead. Yeah, I think Orlando was dead when he first made that statement, and two guys was alive.
Hold on, here's another one I want to see real quick. This one is actually, hold on, let me see this. Let's refresh it, right?
Sure, just
this one specifically says,
sure, just ducked his head.
Tupac's murder through the eyes of Keefe D.
And the first bullet went
So it looks like they have went and collected a bunch of different pieces of video and put together. We're gonna check it out.
Head. So the next one's hit him.
He did.
He was doing a breakdance, trying to jump in the back seat or something.
You've all already heard the news that Keffe D was arrested. Let us, in this video, talk about who Keffe D is and how he is connected to Tupac's murder, and why Puff Daddy should be afraid for his future. After all, according to the words of the protagonist of our video, Tupac's murder is also partly because of the founder of Bad Boy Records. Everything that will be said next is quoted from Keffe D's interview and autobiography. Generally speaking, Keffe D, whose real name is Dwayne Davis, is a member of the Southside Compton Crips gang, which was involved in drug dealing. In the early 90s, he got to know a gangster called Eric Von Zip Martin, who was from the East Coast. People in his circle just called him Zip. Actually, it was Zip himself who introduced him to Sean Puffy Combs. Zip and Puffy were very close friends at that time. For Keffe D, Puffy was just a regular guy who was just starting out with his business. However, nowadays he hates him and genuinely regrets ever meeting the guy he calls a bastard. After meeting for the first time, Puffy and Keffe D reconnected with one another after a couple of months regarding renting a car for the artist Usher for the music video Can You Get With It? Puff paid Keffe $2,400 for the car. In the summer of '95, Zip came through the neighborhood and invited Keffe D to a party hosted by Puff, calling it the Beat Summer Jam. Suge Knight was at the party, and according to Keffe's opinion, Suge was already jealous of Puffy because of how well things were going for him at the time. Suge asked him where he knows them from, and he said, just like everyone else, from drug dealing. After that, the most epic Source Awards event took place, where Suge said,
any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing, come to Death Row.
These words completely destroyed the friendly relationship between Bad Boy Records and Death Row Records. However, the most intense shit happened on the 23rd of September 1995 at a party in Atlanta between the two enemy labels. Suge Knight confronted Puff Daddy and used physical power against him. Keith Murray said that Puff received a powerful slap from Suge.
And then Suge was like, yo, you all right? And Puffy was there. Then all of a sudden I saw Suge. Pow! Smacked the dog shit out of Puffy.
And here is Reggie Wright Jr. saying that it wasn't that dramatic.
But he did grab him by his collar and was blaming Puffy that night.
And anyway, this fight led to the murder of Suge Knight's close friend, Big Jake.
He was a good friend of him. He was a very good friend. You see them together often. And I think Suge trusted him a lot.
It's difficult to
What do you, like, let's sit back and think about it. And I'm gonna be pretty interested to see what some of you have to say about this. The people that actually paid attention to the Tupac, or maybe you didn't pay attention to it, but you're into it now. So what would be the reason Diddy or Suge or anybody like that would want Tupac or Biggie dead? Money, right? Allegedly. Wouldn't it be money?
Say who committed the murder. However, at the time,
what would be the reason back then?
Media said that it was someone from Bad Boy Records' side. After this event, Puff called Zed, who asked him to put Keffe D on the line, and then told him,
money.
Your boy, Big CEO, he's tripping. Naturally, these words were aimed at Suge Knight. Keffe D said that Puff was so scared that he hired ex-Navy SEALs wearing...
Orlando Anderson was Keffe D's nephew, wasn't it? Pretty sure it is. Pretty sure his uncle. I think it was his uncle. And his uncle. So Orlando Anderson's uncle is Keffe D. That was one of the people that was in the vehicle. I think that's who he said he handed the gun to.
earpieces like they worked for the CIA in the hotel room right next to his suite.
And I'm scared of the big boy. I
We'll
mean,
check
you
that
know,
out.
he didn't say it in that type of words, but we went to the concert. It was in San Diego, and this
The
nigga.
jealousy, fame, money. Leisure chick says money and jealousy. Mr. Loyal to my game, money. The other Aaron, jealousy. Diane says good morning to all. Good morning to you too. JL says masters. Oh, so to own the masters. In some cases, your music is worth more when you were dead. It's facts. I mean, look at it now. This still sells. Tupac, they still sell to this day. Money and jealousy. Afternoon tea and chat. What's going on? Power. Nice to see you, Linda Miller. So, Milda says power or Rios. Regina, you are not crazy or wrong. His face and the ways he moves always felt yuck and shady, not trusting vibe.
Oh my God!
That shit's probably loud. Death Row was due to pay Pac a boatload of money. Yeah, I remember seeing the documentaries. Tupac is still alive. Here we go. Tupac's still alive. You have to have power to get more money.
You had fucking Navy SEALs in the next room. They looking like the FBI with earpieces and everything.
Then there was the meeting between Zip and
Fame,
Puff at a
power,
strip
money,
club.
all that.
They were later joined by Keffe D himself. From there was the proposal that he would receive $1 million for the murder.
Oh my God, I want to share this with you guys. Yeah, okay, so yesterday I was relaxing, right? I'm chilling. So I'm hanging out, and I was gonna go live yesterday, but then I was like, you know what? I feel tired today, so I was just resting around, and Athena puts on this. I don't know what she was watching, but the person that was on there was talking, dark-skinned woman, very, very well spoken, and she's up there and she's saying specifically word for word that music is demonic, and that you know what I mean, like the stuff, everything that what's being said is demonic. These words that are being put out are demonic. So you know, I don't know, I honed into it. Like I was watching something specifically different on my phone, and I caught my attention, so I just turned my head over and started watching it. And I'm like, what? She's up there and she's saying that music today is demonic and it represents nothing but Satan. Specifically, long story short, that's exactly what she said. T-REV, you and I both know what it takes to break up in the mainstream, what you have to give to loyalty, whoever owns. Yeah, that's devil's contract. Yep, that's right, T-REV. Money can be evil. I'm from the East Coast, but West Side till I die.
Of Suge and Pac.
Even if he wasn't serious about
frequency and vibration as well.
It was floating in there. I'll just say that.
I know. That's how I felt. That's how I felt too. What is true? I was like, I like, what is this chick talking about? Like, what is she talking about? She said that specifically hip hop rap is demonic, it's Satan, and literally was talking about, you know, all these different rappers that are Satan. And I was just like, what the? I'm like, what are you watching? But at the same time, like I was listening to what she was saying. It's very, like I said, very well spoken. Quality was A1. I have to go back and watch it.
This diss track from Tupac really pissed Puff Daddy off. In turn, Keffe D saw Pac a few times, and he appeared like a good guy to him. However, a little later, during one of the concerts, Tupac had to explain himself for the lines he read from the song California Love. Some Southsiders were up at the House of Blues on Sunset, and they ran into Tupac. He was up there with Big Syke from the Outlaws. One of the members of the gang went up and grabbed Tupac by the collar and pushed him against a wall and said, "Man, you know what that Long Beach and Rosecrans stand for?" Later came the moment which led to Tupac later attacking Orlando Anderson. One of Keffe D's friends, called Victor, was one of the main high school footballers who was heading to college. And so, Keffe told him they want to give him a proper send-off before he leaves. While Victor was at the mall, he ran into 3 Pirates gang members who were down with Death Row's crew. People from the Pirates gang were beating up Victor at the mall.
Music is a creation. She sounded demonic. She was saying that like the hit 'em up bang bang shit. I'd have to really go back and watch it, but I'm gonna ask Athena what video that was because it was mad wild.
That same time, people from the Southsiders gang entered the mall. They didn't know that Victor is a member of the gang. When Victor saw that his allies had entered the mall, he told the people beating him up that now the real battle begins. Victor knocked out one of them and grabbed the Death Row Records chain. Trip to the store had to be canceled. That fight changed the rap game once and for all. On the 7th of September, 1996, Keffe D and his guys attended the Mike Tyson match, just as Tupac and his own guys were at the game. After the match, they headed to the prearranged meeting place where they waited for about 15 minutes. Little by little, everybody started showing up except for his nephew. Next, Keffe D was told that someone had attacked his nephew. They came to find out later the same dude from the Lakewood Mall that got his chain snatched was walking with Tupac when they saw Baby Lane in the lobby of the MGM. They rushed up out of the cafe and went to find Baby Lane, who was actually Orlando Anderson. They saw him inside the MGM minutes after they had jumped him. By the time they got there, Suge, Pac, and their crew had already left. Baby Lane's shoulder was a little messed up, but other than that, he was all right. When Keffe D asked him what happened, he said, "Death Row guys rushed me. One of them guys from the Lakewood Mall was running with the boy that started that shit." He couldn't let that go. For him, it was seriously humiliating that some...
Yes, and yes. Yes, and yes. Hold up. It is her. 100%. You're Midwest hit it on the money. You're 100% right. It is Candace Owens, and Candace Owens did say that, and that's who she was watching. Candace Owens has 2.14 million subscribers on YouTube. She was just saying that. I don't know what video it was on, but
guys from the music industry had beaten up his nephew. What's more is that Puff had already asked for help.
It was Candace
and that
Owens.
Suge had absolutely not appreciated the help that he had received in founding the label. So they decided to take revenge. They knew that Suge and Pac were heading down the 662.
That's wild, Joe.
While they were waiting for the valet to bring out their cars, Zip seized the opportunity and called Keffe D over to his Benz. As he walked up to the driver's side window, he noticed that Foxy Brown was in the car with Zip. So Zip instructed her to step out of the car and motioned for him to jump in. Zip had a hidden compartment that he opened up, reached in, and pulled a black 40 Glock out. He turned to Keffe and said, "It's time to get the money." Keffe D hopped out of the car, held the door open for Foxy Brown to get back in, closed the door, and they pulled off. At the beginning, him and his guys waited for them for an hour and a half. However, no one showed up, and Keffe D said that it was time to head out. Their next destination was the Carriage House, a Las Vegas hotel where they had rented a few rooms as a kickback spot. On the way to the Carriage House, they stopped by the liquor barn to buy some bottles of Dom Perignon, Dom Perignon Rosé, and Cristal. As they were driving to the liquor barn, it became evident that the guys in the van with Davis were worried that Suge would get some of his police hitmen to come back and try to kill them if they went after them.
Yep, and that's who she watches. Athena will watch Candace Owens, and like I said, that video had caught my attention. Just the demonic and Satan, the type shit that she was talking about. When I forget the exact subject too, at the time. I know it was about music. I forget the topic was about 100%, but
it really pissed off Keefe because why would they start it all if they were actually afraid? And so he sat in the other guy's white Cadillac so he can go chill. He pulled out the Glock that Zip had given him and tossed it in the back seat. Bubble Up did the driving. Baby Lane and Freaky were riding in the back. A few blocks down, they were sitting at the light. And guess who they saw? The Death Row Caravan hit the corner with Tupac hanging out of the window of a black luxury BMW waving to his fans. If Pac hadn't been hanging out of the car, they would have never seen it. As they sat in traffic, they slowly rolled past the long line of luxury cars they had in their caravan. looking into each one until they pulled up to the front vehicle and found who they were seeking. Like two rams locking horns, Suge and Keffe D looked each other dead in the eye. Their eyes locked. The terrified expression on Suge's face read, "Damn, it's them." Pac pulled out a strap, and that's when the fireworks started. One of Davis's guys from the backseat grabbed the Glock and started busting back. The first shot skinned Suge in his head. Keffe D heard stories claiming that Suge actually hid behind Tupac, but they're not true, and Suge was the first to get injured. After this incident, they hung out as if nothing had happened. They left the Cadillac, and the gun was hidden in one of the wheels of the car. The next day, they came back to get the car, and the gun was gone. Greg Kading, who was investigating the murder, said that after the shootout, Puff called Keffe D.
And Keffe D, I'm sorry, Puffy asked him, man, was that us? Was it, just happened out there? Keffe D's like, yeah, that's us.
But the most interesting part is that there's some information going around saying that Puff had paid Zip $1 million to kill
Damn.
Pac, but that the money
That was the rumor, is that Puff paid Zip $1 million. Hold up.
was $1 million.
Run that back?
He's like, yeah, that's us.
But the most interesting part is that there's some information going around saying that Puff had paid Zip $1 million to kill Pac, but that the money was never shared with Keffe D.
If he gave the money, Puffy will be in prison now, money for hire.
The FBI said that.
So the FBI told you
said
the
he
same
was a
thing.
dirty motherfucker, yeah.
So the FBI told you that Zip kept that money as well.
They said Zip's a dirty motherfucker. Everybody cross you.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah. Check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother.
It's also worth saying that he confessed that Suge paid $60,000 to his nephew so that Orlando can testify in court that Suge didn't attack him. However, that didn't help the boss of Death Row Records one bit. Suge was sentenced to 9 years behind bars. What do you think about this situation? What awaits Keffe D and Puff Daddy? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe.
That's wild shit. That's a wild video. That's by Music. Who was that by? Music Vibe. Justice for Pac. It's been too long. Rest in peace, legend. Absolutely. So weird that literally every person who dealt with Puffy now regrets meeting him. I'm just reading some of the comments here. Let's see. I mean, it's hard not to believe a man who literally snitched on himself, right? Greg Kading. Now, this is who worked. I remember
one of the main guys out
he worked
there.
the case.
The murder rap book could, kind of told the whole story about Tupac and Biggie and everything. And, just appreciate you taking the time.
My pleasure.
A question that I see on the internet a lot is people always wonder, was Orlando there when Jake Robles got killed?
Nobody knows for sure. According to the best witness in the case, which was the off-duty deputy sheriff who was moonlighting as a security guard there, and was one of the guys that broke up the melee between Suge and Puffy's people. He positively identified Orlando in a photo lineup.
You said I'm in radio, and one time we posted up on the Flamingo and Cabal, the corner where Tupac got shot at. MGM is on Tropicana and Cabal, one block over, but he really got shot on Flamingo and Cabal.
He looked at the photo of Orlando and said, absolutely, this is the guy that was in the blue jacket, in the powder blue jacket. So
right,
that's what we have. We have an eyewitness.
I don't like him.
Credible source.
I'm with you.
Orlando was there. I don't know for sure. I think Keffe D denies it. So it's a big mystery.
Oh, okay. Did you guys ask Keffe D when you did the big interrogation?
I think so. If I remember correctly, I think we brought it up, and he said, "No, Orlando wasn't there."
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know for sure.
Okay. Can you take me through the incident of Suge making Puffy's friend drink the piss?
What?
Again, that's also that was something that was reported, kind of urban legend. We know for sure an assault took place with Mark Anthony Bell at the Christmas party, and they're in the police report. It doesn't say that he. So this is just kind of information that came about based on other
Said
people
drink.
that
Though.
were
I
at
remember
the
that.
party.
Yes, sir.
And it, it's one of those kind of things that probably got a little over exaggerated. Most certainly there was an assault that took place involving Dre and Tupac and Norris Anderson and Suge, among others, when they accosted this guy and beat him up trying to find out where Puffy's people were.
Oh, okay. So Tupac and Dr. Dre were both there when it happened?
According to the crime report. According to the police report that was made out by Mark Anthony Bell, who was interviewed by both the FBI and the LAPD, those are the people he identified as some of the primary aggressors in the incident.
Stop the cap. And why was Suge going after this guy?
Going after Mark Anthony Bell?
Yeah.
Because he thought he had information about where Puffy's family residence was in LA.
Okay. And around what time? What time was this?
Christmas time, 1995.
95. Okay. So this was right when things started to heat up between. Okay.
Shit was going down. Yes, it was. It was really going down. And like I said, I remember when Pac and Biggie died. It was crazy just in the streets of Virginia. Like, and I was young, and I remember my brother and them being all upset. And I was like, what's wrong? I was so young. I didn't, but I remember when it happened. My whole household, because I was with my brother at the time. My dad was gone. So I was with my mom. I lived at my mom's. I seen my brother there with his friends. Everybody was sad. And I was like, what's going on? They were like, they were really upset. You know what I mean? They were really upset.
Yeah, so this is 95, but things had been heated up ever since, Tupac got out of prison.
You said Keffe D.
Things had always been hot. And after Jake Robles got shot and killed in Atlanta, things were even worse. And so, there was ongoing confrontations and incidents that just kept fueling the fire. And that was just another one of them.
Okay. And, okay, so the first time Puffy mentions going after Pac and Suge, he did it after a show in Anaheim?
According to Keefe D.
Okay. Can you take me through that?
Yeah, they were all at a show, and Keefe D and some of Puffy's people, a bunch of Southside Crips, were all at this hotel. And that's when...
Hold on 1 second. Let's see who this is.
Yo,
what's going on? This Dion?
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? This I seen you called in.
Yes, sir. Puffy did a song with Black Rob and Mark Curry in 1999 called Muscle Gang.
Okay.
Where Puffy is bragging on the song about putting $1 million on somebody's head if they fuck with him. And the reason why Puffy put a hit on Tupac, according to his former bodyguard, Gene Deal, is because he got tired of Pac and Suge chasing him around in LA. They chased him around at the Soul Train Award and some other things. He just got tired of, running from them. And like I said, they all used to be friends at the very beginning. But the story happened, when Puffy started acting funny with not letting Biggie perform at Sugar's Club, and some women from the West Coast trying to perform in the East Coast, and they was being shunned by some of bad boy people, by the East Coast and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when it brewed up, and it brewed up to the point, jealousy and envy, and then Suge Knight's friend ended up getting killed in Atlanta, of course. That was put on Puffy's bodyguard Wolf, and then after that, they trying to find out where Puffy mama house is in L.A. at the Christmas party in '95, and then of course, again. Soul Train Award in '96, where Gene Deal, Puffy former bodyguard, said something got to give. I don't give a fuck if Big or Pac got to die and Suge got to go to jail. He said it out his own mouth. Puffy said that.
Yeah,
and then, of course, later on,
I see Gene say that, man. I've been watching Gene ever since he came
out.
Yeah,
Gene exposes some things and some stuff he don't believe, Greg Kading, but at the end of the day, Puffy is the main reason why the East Coast, West Coast brewed over. Gene Deal admitted it that Puffy had a meeting. He had a meeting that he could have went to with Suge Knight, and they could have squashed it after Suge Knight boy got killed or whatnot. Because of course Suge Knight wanted somebody, he wanted somebody to take accountability of his boy being killed. You know what I mean? So they could have fought it out or whatever, but Puffy didn't want to go to no meeting with the street guys in the East Coast with Suge and all that. So that's why it screwed over. And when they was looking for his mama house and he found that out, that's when he put a hit out, you know, on Pac and Suge, in which he got the money from Barry Hankerson. See, it wasn't even Puffy's money. He coerced Barry Hankerson, Aaliyah's uncle, to, you know, give him $1 million, I guess, in exchange for musical favors, like I let you use some of my bad boy artists or whatever relationship they had. So he borrowed the money from them. And Jimmy Henchman, that's locked up right now, he was in the meeting when Zip got the check. Zip got the check and he never gave it to the boys. You know, so of course, you know, Diddy think he's untouchable. If they can chase the song Muscle Game and they can play it in the courtroom, that might be some proof. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody, if they maybe contact Barry Hankerson or maybe Jimmy Henchman, you know, because Zip, he's dead, you know what I mean? And he was the one that got the check. And maybe if Gene did, they pull him into the court, Puffy might can go down for, you know, for that $1 million, you know what I'm saying? Especially if Keffe D is consistent with it.
So, I mean, do you think that, because I've always thought that, and allegedly Puffy has something to do with Tupac. I've always thought that.
You always thought what?
I've always thought that Tupac or Puffy had something to do with Tupac's death, allegedly.
Yeah, he wanted Suge Knight and Tupac dead. That's why the $1 million, you know, that's why Zip only got 500, you know, 500 what you call it, 500,000 of the $1 million.
Right.
He didn't get the whole $1 million because both of them didn't die. And then you go back and listen to the song Muscle Game. You can pull that up. If you listen to it, you hear Puffy talking about, you fuck with me, I'm gonna put $1 million on your head. So he got tired of them chasing him in LA, and then he found out that they was trying to find out where his mama stayed in LA. That's why he put the hit out.
Well, you know, you remember this? It used to be the cops did this. The police killed him. The police did it. The police.
No. We always knew that. Some people thought that, but if you listen to the music and you really kept up with it, you knew what was going on because they bragging in the music. Remember, after Tupac died, Biggie Smalls made a song called "Last Kiss Goodnight." Again, where Puffy is bragging on the song about killing somebody. So it's always in the music.
Did he just drop an album September?
He just dropped the album, what, last week or something, or the week before last or something like that.
Diddy did, right?
Yeah, Diddy. He tried to be on the love train because he's full of hate. You know, some people say he got his baby mama killed, Kim Porter.
Yeah, I seen a few people talking about that in the chat, and I actually.
Yeah, I mean, of course, because she was trying to expose his gay behind. You know what I'm saying? So when she trying to expose him and have video and was writing a book, of course, you poison him. Just like the girl tried to expose Clyde Davis in the 70s. And Clyde Davis and Diddy connection, you know, Clyde Davis and Diddy used to have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? They was in a sexual relationship.
So you know, you said that song, the song that you were talking about specifically was the which one was it again?
It's called Muscle Game. He's bragging in it. You can play it right now. Muscle Game with Black Rob and Mark Curry. You type in it, Muscle Game.
I put $1 million. And there's videos out on it actually right now. Puffy, I put $1 million bag on you on Black Rob Muscle Game.
Yeah, he said, "Fuck with me. I put $1 million on your head or whatever." You know, and he's basically talking about Tupac and Suge, which, you know, Suge lived, but Pac died.
Man, this is.
But the thing is, we're trying to find out how can that be used in court. So Keffe D, he's in court right now. So if they bring up the Puffy situation, he could bring up the money. Keffe D probably don't even know nothing about the song, but the FBI and the police got to do their homework. And once they find out about their song, some way, somehow, they might can tie it to, you know, to Puffy or whatever.
So Puffy's baby mom was killed?
Yeah, everybody know he had something to do with his baby mama. That happened about 3 years ago. Kim Porter.
Bro, you know what's funny is I didn't hear about this. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, you could Google it. Kim Porter.
I didn't hear about this. This is getting crazy, bro. This is getting crazy.
Hey man, trust me. If you pull up Kim Porter, you'll see it. You be like, I remember hearing about that. But the thing is, they said she died of cancer. Yeah, Kim Porter. They said she died of pneumonia. But guess what? Guess who was in charge of her doctor? Puffy was in charge of the doctor. And then they said her laptop was missing when she died. And guess who was on the scene? He was on the scene. He was controlling her, man. Oh my God! Oh my
trial.
Yes, that shit's crazy, man.
He didn't want her to expose his sexuality.
Yeah, that shit is this
I'll tell you who else would be mad at him.
So this was
The
three.
LGBT.
You said 3 years ago this happened. So what? This?
Yeah,
this
you
is
can't
crazy.
Porter when she died. Just look it up. Yeah,
I got it pulled up on the screen right now, full screen.
yeah, I see, man. We live. Oh my God. Hey, but yeah, man, I pray that Puffy go down, man. He did too many people wrong. He set Biggie up to be in LA. Biggie was on his way out. Biggie was supposed to be in London. Remember on the movie? He said I was gonna go to London or some shit like that.
Yeah.
That's real life, bro. He was supposed to be in London, but Kirk Burroughs was Puffy's roommate. He was a big part of Bad Boy. Somebody need to interview him. Like Kirk Burroughs done went to jail because of Puff Daddy. Kirk Burroughs done got robbed by Puff Daddy, and he was supposed to have 25% of the Bad Boy label and all that. Kirk Burroughs was supposed to take Biggie to London, but Puffy threatened Puffy. Puffy threatened Kirk Burroughs and told him not to take him. So Biggie didn't even know that Puffy had told Kirk not to take him to London. Biggie died not even knowing the truth.
Shit's crazy.
Puffy got Gene Deal said on one of his shows that Puffy got paid to have Biggie at that party that night, and Biggie didn't even know it. Biggie was coerced to go to that party just to die when he was supposed to go to London to get his $62 million contract where he was going to have Jay-Z, Cameron, The Lox, Lil' Kim, and all them. He was on his way out.
10P.
Just like Tupac was going to start his own label, but at least him and Suge still had some type of friendship. Biggie knew that Puffy was, playing him to a certain extent. Biggie knew it, so it was kind of Biggie's fault. Because Biggie, remember, he was in the car accident.
Mm-hmm.
People told him not to go to the party. He had 2 women he was going to have a menage with. So why you going to go to a party and you got 2 women that's waiting on you?
No, I'm saying but before this arrest, right? What was your thoughts before this arrest happened with Keefe? Did you expect?
Man, ever since Kim Porter died, and the truth done came out about her, and the other bloggers, content creators is talking about the Kim Porter thing, talking about how her family is trying to get real justice. I've been wanting Puffy to be locked up because I know he's a snake. He's a snake, Doc. Everybody know that. And MTV Awards, BET, all that, they giving him awards and all that bullshit. All that shit gonna come to light, bro. You know what I'm saying? The right is right, wrong is wrong. If them niggas was chasing Puffy back then, all he had to do was get the police on him. That's all he had to do. You know what I mean? Don't order they hit. And guess what? He had the Crips to do it. Because Gene Deal said that Puffy was like, if them white folks find out that I'm dealing with some type of gunplay, they're not gonna pay me. So Gene Deal was his bodyguard. So if your bodyguard don't know that you're gonna hire Crips to do it, that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You shitting on your own bodyguard. So he did it behind the bodyguard's back. Because Puffy had some goons, and Gene Deal had extra goons. You know what I mean? Because Puffy used to be part of Gene Deal's gang.
Right.
Same gang. So the thing is, Puffy had enough niggas to hold him down, but he didn't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
So when he was
Gene Deal was part of his security detail back in the 90s.
Yeah, part of his security. And the reason why he had Gene Deal is because Gene Deal had the law on his side, and he also had some other street niggas on his side. So Puffy already knew if he had Gene Deal, ain't nobody gonna fuck with him because Gene Deal got niggas on his side and he got the law on his side. Just like if you look at Reggie White, Suge Knight got Reggie White, but Reggie White connected to the streets to a certain extent. But some of the street guys that was around Death Row, they weren't respecting Reggie White in the beginning because they like, he the police. But Gene Deal, he came in the game with Puff Daddy, you know what I'm saying? He had the law on his side, and he had like hella street niggas on his side. So, you know what I'm saying? Puffy felt secure. But the thing is, when he went to LA that last time with Biggie, Gene Deal was like, man, we need more security. We need more security. Puffy was like, man, no, I ain't paying for no more security. So when they was out there, they didn't have nobody that was security except Gene Deal, bro. So you got 20, 30 people, and only one guy got a couple of guns with him.
Yeah, this is crazy. I'm gonna
have to do a deep dive. He put Biggie in harm's way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Puffy should go down for ending Biggie and Tupac life, Kim Porter life, and let's not even talk about Kirk Burroughs. That nigga went to jail and he's quiet about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you need to expose Puffy. Expose him for his sexuality or something, bro. You gotta just tell the truth. But he don't want to speak up. And I understand, you know what I'm saying? I can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how them guys is, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's a lot of people that can expose Puffy, man. But like I said, if they bring that music, I believe that they bring the music to the forefront.
I mean, what are they doing now? That what do they do now in court with these? A lot of these rappers, they use their lyrics against them. So what?
Yeah. And the thing is, remember, years ago, it was a lady that she was dealing. It was a teacher. She was dealing with her student.
I'm gonna play that song too here in a minute. After me and you get done talking, I will play that.
Muscle Game, yes sir. Right after the first verse, and you hear on the chorus, you're gonna hear Puffy start talking his shit. But anyways, I'm gonna just give you this example. There was a teacher in Seattle, Washington, and she was dating her student, which is underage, and she was having a sexual relationship with him. And she once said to him, she said, "If my husband was dead, me and you can be together forever." So when she said that, he ended up killing her husband. He died, of course, and the little boy and the teacher went to jail. She said, remember, she said, "If my husband was dead." Same thing like Puffy said, "I would give y'all niggas anything if y'all kill these guys. Hell, I give you $1 million. That's enough to coerce gangsters to do something. So if that teacher and that student is in jail, if they pull up them lyrics, Puffy could be in jail. Because that's coercion.
Somebody said Diddy is the Clintons of rap. If you know, you know.
Diddy is sick, bro. Diddy is he's a snake, bro. You know what I'm saying? He going down. And Mace was around.
You really think he's gonna get arrested? You think that Keefe D's gonna turn on him?
They got, bro. Keefe D. He already turned on him. Remember, he wrote the book about him. And let's not even talk about murder rap. The thing is, when are they gonna pull it up? When they gonna start talking about Diddy? Trust me, everybody gonna know about it when they start talking about Diddy.
I think this might make history because it's at a standstill right now, right? But
because if you solve the Tupac, you'll be able to solve the Biggie situation.
Exactly, but not only that, there's things as days go by, and he's sitting in that jail. There's no telling what what detectives he may call and say, "Hey, well, I'm ready to talk."
Oh, trust me, he's already talking, bro. He got to talk because everything is in his book. He talks about them times he met with Puff Daddy. He talks about how they used to hang out. So every interview that he got, they're gonna bring that up in court, bro. And he don't give a fuck because I think he got cancer and he died. I just hope the truth come out before he do die. I hope the truth come out of Keffe D so Puffy can go ahead and get locked up. But either way, they got enough.
Well, I mean, he said he's been putting out hints and stuff in interviews that he owes him. You owe me. You know what I mean?
Like, bro, that's not hints. That's the facts. That's the truth, bro. That is the truth. See, he talked about it. Gene Deal talk about how the Crips and Keefe D and them used to be around. They got enough. Only time is going to tell us when they're going to bring it up in court. And when they bring Diddy name up in court, it's going to be all on news. It's already on the news right now that he's implicated in the case. But when they start talking about him in court, that's when it's going to be, man, shit, this is going to be bigger than down O.J. Simpson case, bro.
Yeah, no doubt. Donna said Diddy is quietly.
This shit gonna be deep, bro.
I believe this too. I believe Diddy's being quietly
investigated.
All
those rappers hanging around Diddy, they gonna be looking at him sideways. You know what I'm saying? You see how 50 Cent don't blast Diddy? He was like, man, because everybody loved Tupac. Shit. Everybody loved Tupac was supposed to be our second Malcolm X. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about Malcolm X had enough power to really bring America together. Him and Martin Luther King, they really had power to bring America together. For real. Just like Biggie and Tupac. If they had lived and they had squashed the beef, man, America would be kind of different.
Music
and all them other rappers like Jay-Z and Diddy and all that, they know that he had that much influence. Why you think at Diddy's thing years ago, he was quoting Tupac?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a lot going down, man. You know what I'm saying? Tupac, he's in history like that because he had a voice in his potential.
Tupac, I make music.
Tupac was gonna be way better than Denzel Washington.
I make music, right? You got to. Tupac influenced the nation. You know what I mean? He inspired many people, many musicians, and still does today. Still
Yeah.
does today, right now. There's
Yeah.
somebody sitting, there's some kid somewhere, some young teen listening to Tupac right now in a room and being inspired to pick up a pen and make music. It's happening right now somewhere.
Question is, why did the police jump on it back then? Because they had a little hate for Tupac. Why is they bringing it up now? Because they say every year go by, Tupac name will get bigger and bigger. So they like, fuck it. Las Vegas, they want to have nothing to do with it years ago. Now they want to fuck with the case. That's where we at today.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
With Diddy getting implicated,
Honkywood in
can't run
chat
from it.
says he said it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
Yes, sir. So Foxy Brown was in the car when Zip gave Keffe D the gun to kill Tupac and Suge. You know what I'm saying? Because his nephew Orlando was saying it was the dude Tupac that started it. So I guess he wanted a one-on-one fight or whatever. And then they said they saw Tupac reaching for a gun, so they had a gun in their hand and they just started shooting. We don't know how true that is, but at the end of the day, if it's like that, the truth is Diddy already had already coerced them to hype them up to do it. So, you know what I'm saying? For Zip to give him a gun, that's enough right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Zip alive or not, he's dead, but just the fact that Keffe D said it's the best time to do it. The best time to do what? What Puffy said? Okay, so that's in Keffe D's book. That's what Greg Kading and everybody got. If they go ahead and pull it up and they pull it up with the music, your boy Puff Daddy going down. Rightfully so.
What's going on?
R.P. Cam Porter, R.P. Biggie, R.P. Pop.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
They're gonna get justice. I appreciate you
Play
calling
muscle
in.
game, bro. Play muscle game real quick.
I'm gonna play. I appreciate you calling in, brother.
Man.
And I'll talk to you again.
Call me back, bro.
All right, my boy. Stay safe. God bless. Lock your doors too. Lock your doors, your windows, your house. Diddy might be in here watching live. We have to, put some deadbolts on each side. Diddy is a cog in their machine. He's an Epstein. If they arrest him, he will be Killeroy. Killeroy? What? Killer Road? You said Killer Road. FTA, play the song. I got it right here. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna pull it up right now. Let's play. Let's go to that verse.
Yeah.
On your head. Race you and your whole family. Fuck with me, I drop $1 million on your head. Come on, man. Fuck with me, I drop $1 million on your head. Come on, man. Fuck with me, I drop $1 million on your head. Man. Fuck with me, I drop $1 million on your head.
Fuck with me, I drop $1 million on your head. That was an awesome caller. Yeah, shout out to him, Dion. Shout out to Dion, everybody. I need some accessories. He says it right there. He says it right here.
Come on, man. Fuck with me, I drop $1 million on your head. Race you and your whole family.
Fuck with me, I drop $1 million on your head.
Come on, man. Fuck with me, I drop $1 million on your head. Race you and your whole family.
We won't lie.
On your head. Race you and your whole family.
Hold up. He said, make sure what? I got to hear the end part.
Race you and your whole family.
We won't lie.
All right, listen. He says something else in there.
Race you and your whole family.
Make sure you and your whole family what?
Fuck with me, I drop $1 million on your head. Race you and your whole family.
Something about you and your whole family. You hear that? He said, I've watched many documentaries and videos on the Tupac case. I've never once heard anything about Foxy Brown being in the car. Where did that info come from? Good question. There's a lot of info that comes up out of nowhere in all these cases. Black Rob uses the hit 'em up line too. In the song, hold on, let's play it. All right, here it is. Let's play it from the start.
Starting to feel this.
So this is the song. This is the song he was talking about.
Yo, who these cats think they is? Thinking they business round here? Yo, dog, don't even go there. This is ours. We built this from the ground on up. Now it's flowers. I think you best around on up. Your entourage, slim chance of y'all getting lost. It's non-cypher. That's because VR's in charge. It's set here. Cats is known for getting wet here and left here till the cops come pick 'em up.
Stepping in territory that's corrupt, pushing your luck. And true shit's already sold up. Nigga, fold up. You and your
Now, if you look into, I'm looking at the comments, right? I'm playing a song that Dion said to play. Now, he does say Tupac. Diddy in this song does say it. He's about to say it here shortly. I'm looking at the comments. The first comment on top, 4 years ago, P. Diddy, you could kill a great man, but you can't kill that man's spirit. He's still here. You hear his music and see his face every day. That the comments are grinding him up.
crew and be ghosts and get slain. This ain't the place to try to gain fame from. You get burnt the streets a nigga worked hard to make. And I'll be damned if I let another brother take it alive for his own sake. They better vacate promptly before they get their ass stormed. Listen, take heed to what we saying, niggas.
In this game, only the strong will survive. The weak shall perish.
Muscle.
See, a lot of cats think with their brain, not with their brain.
Muscle game.
Come on, man. Fuck with me, I drop $1 million on your head.
Muscle game.
Race you and your
We
whole
lay
family.
down the muscle game.
Biatch.
We won't lie, sometimes we stick them up. Last time it wasn't us though. Word life, some hoes did them up. And 9 Glocks sit them up. I know it was shut though, cause I was right there when they split it up. See, I can tell you where to find the corpse, but that cheddar, I'm afraid, dog, that's gone forever.
Hold up. The jealousy was tremendous because Pac was, ain't no doubt, in the Jewish Defense League, was suspected to extort money from various rap music stars via death threats, including Shakur and another performer, Eazy-E. Reference FBI. Erase you and your whole family. Yeah, that's what he said. He goes, erase you and your whole family.
The muscle.
On your head.
Muscle.
Around with me, I'll drop $1 million on your head.
Game.
Come on, man. Fuck with me, I drop $1 million on your head.
Muscle game.
Erase you and your
We
whole
lay
family.
down the muscle
Biatch.
game. We won't lie, sometimes
Erase you and your whole family. That is what he says.
we stick them up. Last time it wasn't us though. Word life, some hoes did them up. And 9 Glocks sit them up. I know it was shut though, cause I was right there when they split it up. See, I can tell you where to find the corpse, but that cheddar, I'm afraid, dog, that's gone forever.
Greed for wealth got us stingy. We got a spot that's hot, niggas envy. The fact we clock mad dope. They want to see us shut down, but no, I don't think so. The crew is still raking the cash flow. For every dime bag sold on this block we want in. One slung behind the back is under the skin. When niggas try to step to the block and vote hard, we can't see it happening. Warn them first, get the fuck out of Dodge. Better believe that, test it, and see if we don't put you on your back, niggas. Muscle gang.
Talk is cheap. Bad boys moving sound.
Muscle gang.
You ain't even gonna hear me coming.
Muscle
Gonna wake
gang.
up with a bunch of angels blocking you.
What'd he say? A bunch of what?
Feel me?
All in the muscle gang.
Dealing with another
Lay
type of
down the
muscle.
muscle game. Now being that it's all out war, I'm bringing more than that 4-4. Watch me dispose of all y'all fraud ass niggas. Take me bored ass niggas. Gun bigger than sword ass niggas. I enter in the ring, gun drawn, making moves like pawns, 2 at a time. Coming for mine like a song, nigga. CBS. He can't be serious, finesse. He don't believe
I know, but we, like as an artist, as somebody who makes music, we say a bunch of things on the track that we clearly aren't gonna do. But I mean, Diddy does got $1 million though. Fuck with me, I'll drop $1 million on your head. And that reference comes back to, again, Eminem. Eminem sparked the fire back up when he's on that MGK diss. The day, what'd he say? The day Kel put out a hit, the day Diddy admits he put the hit out that got Pac killed.
Keep the gun in the vest. You can destroy this empire. We built from scratch, it's stupid. I wouldn't care how ruthless your crew is. We got defense for this area. Try to attack, mad niggas on the barriers. Just dying to blast back, bitch. There be no giving and no taking. Definitely no breaking. Laws we lay down, here's the situation. Severe tortures with those who offend us face. I show no love for a punk ass nigga we hate. Try to pay Nino Brown and come up missing. Happens to hard-headed niggas when they don't listen. I gave you fair warning about the danger you're messing with. A stranger invading the street corners are gonna try me if you think it's a lie. The attitude many niggas have, but in the process many die. Thinking they can step to the block and bogart. I couldn't see it happening. Warned them first, get the fuck out of Dodge.
Fuck out of Dodge. This is our game right here. We ain't playing with you little niggas. Come on, man. Been doing this for too long, man.
Somebody wrote a Tupac lyric down here. Where was it at? I just seen it. Somebody wrote a Tupac lyric. Where's it at? Puffy admitting to putting the bounty on Suge and Pac's head. Puff should go to jail. That's what this says in the comments. Let's read this. What he do after Biggie got killed? Nothing. Puffy is a coward. I truly believe Diddy did put that bounty out on Pac's head, and I truly believe that Keffe D will say that to get out of a life sentence. And if they do try to hit him with the murder of Pac, if I go down, I'm gonna bring everybody down with me. Nino Brown voice. Yeah, there's a lot of chatter about it on this, just this in general. Black Rob Muscle Game.
All three of them then.
Wow. He said you're just going to wake up around a bunch of angels around you.
Oh my God.
That was 15 years ago that was posted up, Midwest, that song in general on YouTube. It's all in the music, self-expression with a side of criminal activity. For instance, look at the documentary on YouTube right now called Rap's First Serial Killer, King Von. Just look that. Watch that. That's made by somebody at the UK. Shout out to Trap Lord Ross. That's the type of work I've been trying to work on. Shout out to him. He's an inspiration in that side of me, that of creation side of me of making documentaries. Like he made a 6-hour one just before on Youngboy, NBA Youngboy, Mode 3. He's made good documentaries on all of them. This beef goes all the way back to Quincy Jones, who funded Diddy. I want to hear, because this is, again, I want to go back to this interview right here, Gene Deal.
They placed them at the scene of a murder. Why didn't they?
All right, here we go.
They ain't give a shit about no damn Tupac. Law enforcement community disliked Tupac.
Absolutely, they didn't like.
One of the cops out there said, when he rolled up on Tupac and said, "Yo, I want to help you, digital gentleman," Tupac said, "Fuck you, get out my face." Am I making this shit up? Somebody help me.
Which one are you talking about?
Did y'all see that when the cop said that?
Sounds like a good idea. I'm eating. I was half paying attention with bacon and grease on my fingers. That sounds like a good idea right there.
Look, he left. A couple people saying they saw it. Look in the chat. Look. Left. King Carl said he said seen that shit. So now they hated Tupac out there.
All right, so Muscle Game was released in 2000, by the way. Again, Muscle Game, for people asking when the release date of that song was, it was in 2000. It doesn't say what month, it just says 2000.
Don't you know they were so scared of Tupac and Death Row that they hired and they let them crooked ass LA cops come to Vegas?
We could.
As if they was doing some kind of gang enforcement out there.
We definitely could do a spirit box. We definitely could do a spirit box on the second channel.
Oh, this is the realest shit I ever spoke.
Spirits out there.
And all these hating ass niggas, you can get off this program and say, you ain't gotta like Gene Deal. You ain't gotta fuck with Gene Deal. One thing for certain, two things for sure. You ain't gonna put your hands on Gene Deal. So now, they could have went and got all three of them and charged all three of them. They had enough information way back when.
I love this guy.
Why now?
I'll definitely give it a shot. They hated Pac. I hate it, love it. If you know
They ain't love Pac like that. They ain't give a shit about Pac like that.
Yeah, he said that as I read that.
But now, Pac is in the Hall of Fame. People are pushing.
I don't mind doing that. You already know I got my other channel, T-REV 757 and Paranormal and More. I do Paranormal and More over there. Over here, we're on true crime, 80 to 90% of the time, documentaries. But if you do want to come over and join into sessions where we do live sessions like that, I don't mind I'll do one right now or after this.
And saying, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? You can retire whenever you fucking want to. Why would the lead detective on the case retire a month? And I told y'all this before they came out on the news and said it. I said the lead detective retired. Why the fuck he would retire? And they just did a raid on Keffe D house.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
Why would he retire? That's just strange to me. Nigga, I want them kudos. Oh yeah, I'm the one who put up the whole charges to make sure that Tupac killer was brought to justice. It was this guy over here. You do all that work not to get the kudos for it? Okay.
I don't know why it's not working. That's weird.
Something just don't smell right to me.
Here it goes.
What he said and what people heard him say against him.
Fuck you, bro. Okay, I'll check it out. Lisa.
Somebody asked me would I testify. What you think? Gee, would you testify? I've been testifying since I've been on damn YouTube. Speaking of testifying, you know, I do a show. When somebody bring me to their show, there's no holds barred. I'm happy, they happy. I don't give a shit what they want to ask me. If it has to do with these entertainers and some that I bodyguard, I won't even speak on or speak on nothing about them. I have no loyalty to do at all.
I might make one of them. I might make a murder rap doc. I don't know. I just really got into it, to enjoying them and learning how to make them, and just my way, because I have a certain way. People do it their way. When it comes to making documentaries, I'm making mine my way. But I'm definitely gonna be doing all different types of documentaries, all true crime related. Maybe do one on that. What the doc? Murder rap. Murder rap sounds like a good one though, for real. Hip hop police, shit like that.
I'm never going to lie on him. I'm never going to be dishonest and when I bring shit to y'all. But you niggas get mad at the wrong fucking thing. Let me just keep it a buck with y'all. Y'all get mad at the wrong thing. Y'all get mad. Yo, it's the bro code. Why you say Superhead gave him head? When he said Superhead stuck a finger in his butt.
I'm not sure. Suki, I'm not sure. But I'm definitely still going on Paramount. I'm definitely still going on Paramount. In fact, I'm supposed to get, they said they would reach me in October. So it is October now. So when they get a hold of me in October, but hopefully soon. Who knows? Now I need to check my phone. Yeah, I don't got no voicemails or nothing from the producer. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to do that.
And took a picture of him and told Exhibit to watch that. Y'all didn't say none of his
I
DM.
seen it.
Y'all ain't said a damn thing. When I told y'all that he took a 17, 18-year-old babysitter to stick and had her spy on Kim while he was fucking her, y'all ain't say nothing. When I told y'all that the girl Gina said he was beating her and doing all this other shit, y'all ain't say, why you talking about that? When I said Kim was afraid for her life, had to take a corkscrew and scratch a nigga neck, y'all ain't open y'all goddamn mouth. Fuck y'all and feed you beans. Y'all get mad at the wrong shit.
The fuck did you just say?
Man, the bro code, nigga, you doing too much. Was I doing too much when I say he was fucking a 17-year-old girl? That was 17, 18-year-old girl was babysitting little Christian? Or y'all want to know about the other niggas' wives that he was laughing in their face, fucking their wives and their girlfriends.
Crazy.
And I got to put them in the cabins on Saturday morning when I'm going.
He's protected, man. Now Gene's talking crazy. I don't know. Gene's talking about a lot of shit on here. That boy is wilding out.
Up against there.
I want to see if he talks
Pick
anymore.
that foot up. You ready?
Oh, I'm a pro, dude. I got it.
Oh, you got it? All right. He said, I'm a pro. He said, I'm a pro. All right.
Thank you. No, we're done. Oh, yep. I can do it. My front seat's clear. I'm right here. Oh, yeah, you're okay. Do you have anything on you, sir? No. All I had was a phone and water.
I'm looking for the paperwork right now. What? Rewind that. Hold on. What you talking about?
Kick that foot up. You ready?
Oh, I'm a pro, dude. I got it.
Oh, you got it? All right. He said, I'm a pro. He said, I'm a pro. All right.
Thank you.
You said what? Rewind. Are you talking about? You talking about what I had on before? Talking about Gene Deal wilding out. You talking about this?
You niggas get mad at the wrong shit.
That's the one you were talking about. I was just checking. I seen part of this from TMZ, but I ain't see the full thing. Like Law and Crime put out.
I'm right here.
Hey yo, Gene wilding.
Do you have anything on you, sir? No. All I had was a phone and water.
Phone and water.
We're gonna put you in the car.
I need to drink some water, man. I'm thirsty.
Get a drink, my man. You just going for a walk or what?
Yeah.
Okay. You do like a morning walk every day, or?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get you some water, my man.
Will you guys get me now?
Yeah. As soon as we get you in the car, we'll get you in the car.
All right. I appreciate it, sir. Let's walk over here, sir. Okay. Don't worry, your water's gonna come.
It says that over 27 years after the shooting death of Tupac Shakur, I don't know, 27 years, Las Vegas police have finally made an arrest in connection to the rapper's long unsolved murder. It's Dwayne Keffe D. Davis, the self-proclaimed last living person involved in the September 1996 drive-by shooting that ultimately claimed Shakur's life at the age of 25, was charged Friday with murder with use of a deadly weapon. Davis, in essence, signed his own arrest warrant in recent years following the release of his memoir, Compton Street Legend, which detailed the Crips members' alleged involvement in Shakur's murder. The infamous Suge Knight, former Death Row Records CEO who was in Shakur's vehicle, and I are the only living eyewitnesses to the deadly confrontation on the Las Vegas Strip between the occupants of our two vehicles. Davis bragged in the description of the book's Amazon listing, the revelations in the memoir, coupled with many interviews Davis conducted following the book's publication that further implicated his role in the shooting, presumably resulted in Las Vegas police revisiting the case this past summer, including conducting a search of Davis Henderson, Nevada home. So they got a warrant and went and searched his homes. It says as Lieutenant Jason Johansson of Las Vegas Metro Police Department said in a press conference Friday afternoon following Davis's arrest, his book and interviews revolved the investigation. He provided his own series of statements that are consistent with the evidence we have gathered. Johansson, I want to say that's his name. Johansson said, adding that the search warrant on Davis's home corroborated that LVMPD's information as well. In Compton Street Legend, Davis detailed what he claimed transpired before the shooting. Shakur and Knight were... Let me make this bigger so I can read it way better than that. Okay, there we go. In Compton Street Legend, Davis detailed what he claimed transpired before the shooting. Shakur and Knight were in Las Vegas the evening of September 7th, 1996 for Mike Tyson versus Bruce Seldon fight at the MGM Grand. In the lobby of the hotel, a member of Suge Knight's crew spotted Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, a Southside Compton Crip who had tried to rob them earlier in the year. Knight's crew then assaulted Anderson as captured by surveillance footage before leaving the hotel to go to a post-fight after party at Knight's Club 662 nightclub. When conversations would come up about $1 million bounty on the heads of Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur, that was business, Davis wrote in his book. But after Tupac, Suge, and then Death Row dudes jumped on my nephew Baby Lane, the shit became very personal. Davis has also claimed an alleged $1 million bounty on Knight and Shakur put out by Sean Combs as motivation. Combs, years later, called the bounty rumors, pure fiction and completely ridiculous. According to Davis, he and his crew waited outside the Club 662, but as time passed and Shakur and Death Row didn't leave the nightclub, Davis' crew instead made a pit stop at the liquor barn on their way to another club called the Carriage House. It was on the way there that they were caught. What did it say? It says it was on the way there that they were caught sight of Shakur waving a. Okay. So it kind of takes me back. I was picturing that video we watched earlier where you had somebody sitting out the car window. So that's the part right there where he's talking about Pac was sitting out the car window waving at fans. So it says they caught sight of Shakur waving at fans out the window of his BMW. There them motherfuckers go right there. If Pac had not been hanging out the window, we would have never seen them, Davis wrote. Davis, white Cadillac, then pulled up alongside the Death Row Caravan in the vehicle with Knight and Shakur at the red light on Las Vegas Boulevard. It also says the shit was on. Tupac made it an erratic move and began to reach down beneath his seat. It was then first and only time in my life that I could relate to the police command. What? Keep your hands where I can see them. Instead, Pac pulled out a strap, and that's when the fireworks started. One of my guys from the back seat grabbed the Glock and started busting back. The first shot skinned Suge's head. I thought the mother frigger was dead. I heard stories that Suge supposedly used Tupac as a shield when the bullets started flying. But that's some bullshit. Suge was already wounded. He was the first one that got touched as the rounds continued flying. I ducked down so that I wouldn't get hit. When the shooting stopped, we boned out. And a white Chrysler Sebring full of young ladies was following us. Their window quickly got shot out, so they stopped. The interesting thing to me was that all of them rough ass dudes they were supposed to have with them, none of them did a damn thing and tried to come after us. There was a lot of shots let off in both directions. He also said the car we were in was shot the fuck up. I don't understand why people act like Tupac was an angel. Shit. The dude had busted on he's saying, so basically he's saying specifically that Tupac literally busted on some off-duty cops in Atlanta a few years earlier. So he's saying that Tupac was shooting at cops. And he also says, so he wasn't scared to bust, meaning shoot a gun. For some people who don't know what bust is, bust back. If you hear that, I mean, shoot gun, shoot back. On top of that, by the time we rolled up, he had to know the person they jumped. On top of that, by the time we rolled up, he had to know the person they jumped on in the casino was a Southside Crip, so they had to be on high alert. When the shots settled, a couple of people in our car had fragments and glass in their hair, but none of us had been hit. That's crazy to make it out of all that gunfire and not be hit. That's some shit in the movie. Davis said he and his crew quickly ditched the car and they were driving. Davis said he and his crew quickly ditched the car they were driving, knowing the police would start looking for them, especially considering the noticeable damage that had been done to the vehicle during the shooting. Shakur was shot 4 times and taken to a nearby hospital where he died 4 years later. Why would they put 4 years later in this article? I'm starting not to believe this one. You mean 4 days later? I don't know why they put 4 years. I'm pretty sure it was 4 days after, not 4 years. Davis has long claimed that he was not one of the shooters. In his book, he said the shooter was one of my guys without specifying, but in subsequent interviews, he admitted that his nephew, Orlando Baby Anderson, was the one who killed Shakur. Orlando rolled down the window and popped him. If they would have drove on my side, I would have popped them. But they was on the other side, Davis said in a 2019 interview. So this is stuff that he also has been saying out there to the public. It's not like it's, you know, simple shit. Like he's been saying this. Like he's saying this. This is out of his book. Crazy. Anderson, who, all right, let me make sure I'm on the right spot. He's not the shooter. Oh, yeah. So if he was on the other side, he said he would have shot. And also right here, Anderson, who sued Shakur's estate for injuries from the MGM Grand assault and was soon after named the main suspect in a wrongful death lawsuit filed by Tupac's mother, Afeni Shakur, which we all know, was killed less than 2 years later in 1998 in a gang-related shooting in Compton. It says Davis, other two alleged associates in his car on the night of the shooting, Terrence Bubble Up Brown and DeAndre Freaky Smith, are also dead. Brown was shot and killed in Los Angeles in 2015, while the Guardian reported that Smith died of natural causes in 2004. So he died from natural causes there. So everybody in that vehicle, that, what was it, Baby Orlando Anderson, you had Keffe D, and then you had Bubble Up and Freaky, which is Terrence Brown and DeAndre Smith. In their press conference Friday, the LVMPD acknowledged that all four men have long been suspects in the Shakur shooting, and that Anderson, Smith, and Brown were all deceased. Davis was charged with murder with use of a deadly weapon, with prosecutors accusing Davis of providing the firearm used in the shooting to either Anderson or Smith. Following the search warrant on Davis's home, which yielded desktops and other electronic storage devices, several .40 caliber bullets, plus a copy of Compton Street Legend, retired Los Angeles police detective Greg Kading told the Associated Press that it was Keffe D's own book that would likely finally result in charges in the 1996 murder. It's those events that have given Las Vegas the ammunition and the leverage to move forward, Kading said. Prior to Keffe D's public declarations, the cases were unprosecutable as they stood. So Kading added he put himself squarely in the middle of the conspiracy. He had acquired the gun, he had given the gun to the shooter, and he had been present in the vehicle when they hunted down and located both Pac and Suge Knight. All of the other direct conspirators or participants are all dead. Keffe D is the last man standing among the individuals that conspired to kill Tupac. Davis has spent around 15 years behind bars for his role running a multi-million-dollar nationwide drug empire as part of the Southside Compton Crips. Brushed off concerns about whether he could face charges over the Shakur slang. In an interview with DJ Vlad, "They want to put me in jail for life, ? That's just something I got to do," Davis said. Speaking to the press following Davis's arrest, Chief Deputy District Attorney Mark DiGiacomo, that's what it said, or DiGiacomo, that's what it looks like, or it could be DiGiacomo, who knows, called Keffe D the on-ground, on-site commander who ordered the death of Shakur. So they're saying that he is the one who ordered this. He ordered this hit, but we'll see how that plans out. I stand firm on the point that Tupac, Suge Knight, and the rest of those dudes didn't have any business putting their hands on my beloved nephew, Baby Lane, and this is him speaking now, period. Them jumping on my nephew gave us the ultimate green light to do something to their ass. Tupac chose the wrong game to play, Davis wrote of the shooting. For us, Vegas was another day at the office. It may sound cold-hearted, but from a street's perspective, the killings of Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls would be considered nothing more than collateral damage. As a result, the hip-hop world has lost two of its most talented and most memorable musical artists and icons. At this point in my life, I can say I have deep sense of remorse for what happened to Tupac. He was a talented artist with tons of potential to impact the world. I hate that Tupac's family friends, and fans, especially his mother, Afeni Shakur, had to go through the pain of losing her son. It's terrible losing people like that. I know the pain all too well, said Keffe D. And that was actually Rolling Stone. So I had to read that article real quick. I wanted to dive into that article. It's been too long. Basically, if Keffe D spoke about it again after talking to law enforcement about it, and his story changed, he could be arrested. So law enforcement gave him the rope and waited for him to hang himself, which he did. Yep, exactly. Now he's been arrested. Most of the individuals involved in Tupac Biggie's murders have all met their demise except for a couple of people. And he is just now, he is just now being arrested. He is just now being arrested. Some wild shit. Damn, like Charles Manson types in different attire. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to we'll have to go over to the other channel and do an open session. Let's see what we get, right? And maybe if we do it that way, we'll be good. I'll do it in a minute though. We won't go right this second. We'll go in a minute. Yeah, huh? Yeah, so we can not.
Don't worry, your water's gonna come.
You got legs?
I don't.
Anybody have legs?
Yeah, I got some.
Yep. Hold on before we put them in.
Yep.
We got to put some leg shackles on you, which is part of our policy.
Are you wearing double pants there? You wearing double pants or just box?
Alright, so go and have a seat right in here.
Help you out. Put your butt up against there. Keep that foot up. I'm a pro. You got it, all right? I'm a pro.
So I wonder what was going through Orlando, or not. I was about to say Orlando Anderson, which he is dead. But what was going through Keffe D's head when you see the police come up and they arrest you and say, "Yeah, we're arresting you on murder charges for the murder of Tupac Shakur." Imagine like what that damn. Like I bet you, but then again, you can't. How could you be surprised when you're putting in books? You're putting in books that you handed the gun over to your nephew. I mean, you're basically self snitching. Bruce Rivers is the criminal lawyer.
Bro,
Thank you. No, we're done.
in custody, camera off.
Yep. I thought you more that water.
Yep. Yep.
All right, go ahead, swing your feet out. Step over here. All right, we're gonna walk this way. Just baby steps. I'll get you out of those in a second.
Yeah, you can see he's like, what do they got? But if you heard what I read up there, that it specifically said that they had what he had said matched the information that they have. So there you go. There's the puzzle piece. They got that puzzle piece they needed.
Can I have you face the car real quick?
He literally did it to himself.
Separate your feet for me. Lean up against the car for me.
Crazy.
I'm gonna keep your phone up here with me so it doesn't bounce around.
Send it to you, OCD.
All right.
right, sir. Go ahead and have a seat. You need help or you got it? All right.
Yeah, it depends on story. It depends what story it is. It could be Idaho 4. It really depends what story it is.
Sideways, if that helps too. I know those things aren't the most comfortable things, ain't the fuzzy ones. So, I don't know. I'll be there in a sec. Yeah, well. You got his paperwork? Or? Oh, he already knows. Okay. Lieutenant Pace. Yep, no problem.
All right, so we've seen that. We checked this out. We've been on for 2 hours. I'm gonna do a live here shortly on my other channel. Give me about 20 to 30 minutes. I'm gonna get off, eat some lunch, and then I'll be on my paranormal channel and more. T-REV 757 paranormal and more. Make sure you guys subscribe there. I will be going live there. I'm gonna go live on specifically talking about this. See what I can get to come out. Do a little session. So if you want to come by, make sure you come by. Have your notification bell on for the second channel. I will be going on there here in about 20 to 30 minutes. I've got to go. I'm going to go eat some lunch real quick, and then I'm going to hop on there. Love y'all. Hold up. Let's hit it like this.
Said that it's, that's him 100%. I mean, without me hearing his voice, I'm like, it's unconfirmed. But if you got friends that knew him and grew up with him saying it's confirmed, then I gotta say, hey, yeah, this is probably Brian Koberger. But I did send it into the FBI. I did clip that. I also went through 80,000 phone calls, found the number, sent it into the FBI as well, and they have that, and hopefully they get down to that information.
Good. Do you know that they are in receipt of it? Did they come back to you at all?
I know they have it. I never got an email back yet.